Bond, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, keep on running toes. They gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out. I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. I am your boy, Davey Dollars. I got my co-host, Tomo, with me today. As you can see, Joe's not here. Not really feeling too well. Plus, he got the kiddies with him right now, so he ain't gonna be able to do too much right now. But we got Mark and Carl. So how y'all doing today, fellas?
What's going on?
Feeling good,
doing
man.
Good, man. I'm doing good. Appreciate y'all for having me as always.
No problem. We appreciate y'all for coming on. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. It's Throwback Thursdays. Might be throwing up Fist Thursdays. Who knows what's gonna happen with this debate today? But we got some good topics to talk about today. Before we get started, make sure you like, share, subscribe on all three platforms. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So if you're on Twitter, you can like this and retweet it. That way other people can watch it. And if you're on Facebook, like it, share it. That way we're able to be all on Facebook. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you not only like, you hit that notification button. So whenever we go live, you get the alerts immediately. And you subscribe and become a member. Because we have perks when it comes to being a membership now. Shout out to Jerry, our first superstar member who are already in the comments. Shout out to Donnell, who's the other superstar member. And then, of course,
they're going at it already.
Already. I'm sorry, Carl, but I gotta say what they said. So Jerry first comment said Tiger sucked, and then Donnell just agreed Tigers are horrible, Jerry.
Hey, look, man, it's cool. Hey, my favorite DJ, my favorite track for the past 4 days. You ain't been playing it. What's up?
I don't know what you want me to do. The beat goes on.
Nah, y'all ain't the DJ. The DJ know who the DJ is.
That's true.
If you in the chat,
That's true. But man, we appreciate y'all. The show just started. We already got comments going on. So that's one thing I don't really have to say. But keep the comments going. If you watch right now, make sure you hit that like button. We got some IG chats that we want to go over. So, it's usually me, but since I'm the one running everything, Tom will go ahead and talk about the chats and what it takes to join.
You say go to work. So look, we're gonna kill two birds with one stone. I'm gonna make it easy for my producer in the back though. So look, we have these chats on Instagram at Refuse to Lose Sports, Refuse the number 2 Lose Sports. With these chats, you get the latest news updates. And as you can see, the two fellas on the show who's been with us in this whole journey as we build out this network, they're part of these chats as well. But we'll ask you more about your experience in the chats later on in the show. The chats that we have to offer is we have the NBA chat /WNBA. We have the NFL, Major League Baseball. Hats off to Teddy. So make sure y'all go check out Baseball with Teddy. He has another episode on the network as well. College football. I seen something that upset me today in the college football. I know Carl's gonna like this, but it says Merlin's most important game is against MSU. Man, it sucks to say that. But we also got college basketball, both men's and women's. We have a boxing chat that we mix in with a little bit of USC and wrestling. But with all these chats, you get, like I said, you get the latest news and updates. But the only way you can be a part of these chats is if you become a member. Okay, to become a member, you have to click the link in the description. It's not that hard. You know what I mean? It's like literally right down there. The link is right there. Click it, become a member. And with these members, we give you 3 tiers. We offer 3 tiers. Okay, there's a pro. Oh, we got a. We always
We got a super chat. Shout out to Kev. Shout out to Kevo. You know, as always, as always, he sent in a super chat. Shout out to the guys. 100, 100, 100. Hashtag R2L. Family over stats. Hashtag Silas Mark 2023. This is not a Commander episode. We don't want to hear nothing about a howl.
Well, how will tell you how to join these to become a member, okay? To become a member, we got the pro level that starts at $2.99 a month. You get loyalty badges next to your name and comments and live chats. Again, shout out to you, Cavo, for the super chat. I see you don't got your work phone today. You get priority comments, as you can see, both Teddy and both Jerry and Worm get priority comments. So no matter what you say, unless you drop a super chat, their comments go up first. You also get to join one chat. And again, all the chats that I was speaking about earlier in the slide before is one of the chats that you can join, unless you become an all-star. And at the all-star level, that's $4.99 a month. You get the same perks from the pro level. However, you get member-only videos and you get to join multiple chats. And throughout the day, each chat has a moment where it's just turned up. Like you may get a random phone call or anything. Like you could be in baseball, then next thing you know, the NFL chat going up. Outside of the NFL, then it's the NBA. But you can join multiple chats. Also, you can request a topic. You want something you want to talk about, and you can be a segment nominee. So we're doing the doghouse today. You can say, hey, man, I want to put such and such in the doghouse. Like I want to put Kev in the doghouse because he keeps saying silent smart. You can offer that when you are all-star. You also get to offer for the You're Done Son. So if you want to say, hey, Tomo, that comment you made yesterday about Matt Stafford, I want to put you on You're Done Son. You can do that. I might not do it, but you can do that. All right. Then you got Joe's Not So Average Top 5. But if you want all the perks, you can become join the superstar level. That's at $9.99 a month. And with the superstar level, you get to join the R2L chat. And again, these two fellas are going to tell you more about the chats later on. But you can join the R2L chat. You can be a guest on the show. Again, you got two guys that's on the show right now. And you can get awards and plaques. You get real awards. There's an episode on the network right now. You check it out on YouTube. You can see the clips and you see how you actually can win an award. All right, so it's based upon the top performance of that video, and you get member shout outs. We've been shouting out to members all day, so I messed up, but I'm gonna do it right this time. Shout out to Jerry and Worm and our producer back there, Joe. These all three are members right now, and hey, you may be a member soon, so you can get a shout out. And I'm gonna say, take it away, Dave.
Man, appreciate you, Tomo, for putting all that information. But shout out to Teddy. BWT Baseball with Teddy. He did just drop an episode already talking about the home run derby and some other things. Make sure you go check that out. If you are a baseball fan, a casual baseball fan, or you just want to learn about baseball, BWT is the place to be. So make sure you do whatever you can to make sure you check that out. He will be having a live show later this week. The announcement will be made soon, so look out for that. So shout out to Teddy for that. Appreciate you for always putting out great content. And now I'm going to pass it back to you, Tomo.
Oh, yeah. Before we do that, because you got to tell them enjoy the show, you forgot one major step before we have a great show.
You're right.
Turn me up.
Yeah. And also, I want to, since he's on the show, I know we already gave out the awards, but one of our award members are on the show. So shout out to the reigning NFL champion and R2L, Carl.
Yeah, chill. Appreciate it, though.
He wanted to brush his shoulders off. Look. Welcome to the show, fellas. But like I said, a lot happens in the chats and a lot happens in the comments. And again, these fueled the show. So we was having a conversation, a heavy debate that lasted for about 2 days, maybe 2 days too long, probably a little bit on my part. I can take some accountability there. But there's another quarterback that me and Carl always see eye to eye on. Some people don't really see eye to eye on his quarterback, but this one quarterback we always see eye to eye on, and we got to talk about it, right? The question I got for you guys is, who has more to prove this season, Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson? And because Lamar's your guy, Carl, I'm going to start with Mark.
Well, yes, that is a good question. Who has more to prove? The last 3 seasons, Josh Allen had 35-plus touchdowns. In the last 3 seasons. So that there will tell you he's in the elite category right there by himself. But the thing about Lamar Jackson is that he can't finish a season. So now that he hasn't played a whole season since his rookie year, he got a lot to prove because he just signed a big contract. He played 15 games in 3 seasons and 16-1. So I don't know. So yeah, after all this, he just signed a $100 million contract. Now he got a lot to prove because he got his receivers that he's been asking for his whole career. We were saying the same thing about Josh Allen. He wasn't nothing until he got Stephon Diggs. And now when he got Stephon Diggs, everything jumped. Now that Lamar has not only Odell Beckham, but he has Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman still. Now he has a receiving core that's I ain't gonna say they're the best, but they have a really good receiving core. They have a good running game and they have a solid defense. So now there's no excuses for Lamar. Now if he can stay healthy, I want to see what he can do, but he has the most because he was a reigning MVP before. So because he was the unanimous MVP at one point of his career, we've all been looking forward to him doing something in the playoffs. And the 1-3 record ain't good, So even when he playing on the 1-3 record, the stats not good neither. So it's just yes, Lamar has more to prove than Josh Allen does.
Before you get started, Carl.
I know. I already know. I know.
Before you get started, we want to shout out our newest member, Tyrone, is also now just become a superstar member. So shout out to TYP, my boy Ty, who is also a Ravens fan. So I guess it almost makes sense.
I'm gonna do y'all dirty today.
He wants to make sure we post his comment, so he became a member immediately.
Hey, that was like the perfect time. You waited till Mark got all the way there. We said he only played 15 games. Member, so you gonna listen to everything I got to say today.
I get it.
But go ahead, Carl.
All right, so before I give you my answer, I just got a couple rebuttals. Lamar Jackson he's actually played a healthy season his 3rd year in the league. His rookie season, he didn't start. Joe Flacco was a starter. We started 4-5. Lamar Jackson took over his rookie year. We went 6-1 and made the playoffs. His 2nd season is when he won the MVP, going 14-2. However, he didn't play that last game against the Steelers because we put our JV squad against the Steelers and we still won. The 3rd year, he played a healthy season. He played majority of the season. I think he might have missed 1 or 2 games. I don't even know if he missed a game, to be honest with you. I think he played all of them.
Oh, he missed a game.
And after his 3rd season, years 4 and 5, that's when the injury started to happen. But it wasn't just to Lamar Jackson. It was to the entire Ravens roster. So I get where y'all come from with this whole Lamar Jackson has to play last half of season. But 1, he played 12 out of 17 games, both seasons. And 2, it's not just Lamar. It's the entire roster, which was believed to be because of the strength and condition coach. Now he's gone. So now I would also like to see the injuries come down as well, not for just Lamar, but for everybody else. Now, my answer, surprisingly to y'all, is Lamar Jackson. My answer is Lamar Jackson because of this. We know what you can do in the regular season. We see you take half a team and be the number one record in the AFC, not in your division, but the entire conference before you get hurt. We've seen this already. And the reason why he doesn't get killed as badly as he could for his 1-3 record is because a lot of people don't expect him to do what he do with the rosters that we have. Now that's not an excuse. You have to perform now. You got your weapons. Our defense got an all-pro linebacker mixed with a young guy. He's still there. Whether speculations is he might be gone or not, he's still there. Patrick Queen. We have a solid defensive back. We have actually a really good defensive backfield. We're just missing one more guy that I want. And I don't know if we're going to sign him. I hope we do. Y'all know it's Marcus Peters. We have now, to be honest, our defensive line on paper is solid, but at times can disappear. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing that improve. But we have a solid O-line. Like Mark said, we have a great rushing attack, and we have a great receiving core. So Lamar, now is the time to step up and show the world why you got your 5-year, $260 million contract. Because wild card ain't gonna cut it. Divisional round ain't gonna cut it. I need AFC Championship or better. I know it's that guy in Kansas City that we all got to go through in the AFC. And to be honest with you, if he meets him before the AFC Championship, has a good game, and we lose, I can take that. But if we lose and he performs poorly, I can't take that. I can't. He has to perform. It has to be a shootout. It has to be where Lamar gave it his best, and we just lost to the better quarterback. With Josh Allen, like Mark said, he has multiple 35 touchdown seasons. He's shown that, well, kind of shown that with Stephon Diggs in his little playoff success. His first year with Diggs, he did get to a conference championship. So that was good. Kudos. But then he lost in the second round to Mahomes. Everybody dubbed it maybe the game of the year, but he still lost. And last year was just piss poor in the playoffs. So, but he's shown that he can do it in the playoffs. Lamar is yet to show that he can make some noise in the playoffs. One playoff game isn't good enough for a guy to be considered top 5 to have. So I agree. I think the answer is Lamar. I think he will prove the critics wrong. And like you, Tomo.
Man, Dave, first of all, Carl, you shocked me, but you didn't shock me because you kind of said you holding your quarterback accountable this year. But you shocked me with that answer.
I can't hold other people accountable to standards and not hold my team to these standards.
Yeah, but
that makes sense. But I mean, it's your guy. But we clearly see that your other Ravens fan doesn't agree with you.
I mean, the thing about even in the playoff game that Lamar played, he hasn't played well. Like, you know, like, you can say it last year. I mean, I can say last year, but the last time he had a playoff game, he threw the ball 48. He had 48 attempts, and the year before that, he had 51 attempts with 31 completions, and they threw two picks and 1 touchdown out of those 2 games.
Now, what I will say is,
even with the stats, I mean, Lamar hasn't played good in the playoffs. So, I mean, the elite talk about Lamar, I gotta, come down a little bit.
Before y'all continue, we gotta shout out to Teddy. Another super chat that he sent in, but he also gave us an update on the BWT. So we'll be live this Saturday at 8:00. I believe I don't know if it's 8 a.m. or 8 p.m., but I know it's going to be 8 o'clock on Saturday. Refuse to lose familiar. Hashtag start spreading the news. I wish I wasn't the one to read that. Hashtag do your job. Hashtag humbly.
So, Dave, you gotta ask.
I wanted to go back at Mark so badly. Can I
Go ahead.
Real quick.
I mean, technically, this is y'all debate. I agree. I honestly agree that it would be Lamar Jackson. For me, I can't really say that it would be Josh Allen either. I mean, because like Carl named everything. He's already been to an AFC Championship game. He played a really good game last year against the best quarterback in the league. I mean, not last year, but the year before. And then last year, I mean, it was pretty bad. But we've already seen him get to the AFC Championship game at least. Lamar Jackson hasn't gotten there yet. Like Mark said, he's been injured pretty much the last 3 years. And he just got last 2 years, and he got a big contract this year. When a lot of people in the chat, for all of those that are in chat, were pretty much clowning Carl and all of the Ravens fans, pretty much thinking that Lamar Jackson was out of there, but he got his deal anyway, and he's still there. They went and got him some weapons. When it signed Odell, drafted another wide receiver in the first round.
Zay Flowers.
So they got Zay Flowers out of USC. They got
college.
They got some weapons, man.
He a dog, too. Zay Flowers a dog. I don't have no excuses this year.
It's like you said, it's no excuses. Lamar Jackson is back healthy. The defense is back healthy. Like you said, the strength and conditioning coach is gone now, so there should be no excuses about anybody getting hurt. I mean, not getting hurt, but not being out for like the full season. The entire team shouldn't be out for the whole year, like we've seen it happen. So it would have to be Lamar Jackson. I mean, Josh Allen has pressure because you have Stephon Diggs there. You've shown that you've gotten to the AFC Championship game. You got to show that you can get past that. We already know we know the history about the Bills getting to 4 straight Super Bowls and losing all 4. So no one cares about that. You got to be able to get there and win. And right now, from what CBS Sports had put out a tier for quarterbacks this year. And they got in tier 1, they got Patrick Mahomes,
He better
Joe
not.
Burrow, and Josh Allen.
He better not. And he is. And he is. Tier 1. So who tier 2? Jalen Hurts, the first quarterback?
Oh God, Lamar the first quarterback in tier 2. It got to be.
No,
It's gonna be Hurts.
CBS don't like Lamar like that.
I'm guessing so. I'm gonna go
guarantee
back.
it's like Justin Herbert.
Yeah,
It gotta be Hurts.
Hold on 1 second. I got it right here.
All
So
right.
tier one is Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. Like I said, tier 2, the first one out of tier 2 is not Lamar Jackson.
It's Hurts.
It's Justin
It's
Herbert.
I told you.
Yeah,
I told you.
Justin Herbert, Lamar
told you.
Jackson, Trevor Lawrence, and Jalen Hurts.
What?
Lamar got to prove it, man.
I told you. No,
I
it's
don't care
CBS.
about
It's
Lamar.
CBS
He got
Sports,
to
bro. I
prove it,
told
bro.
you.
Like it's just like Lamar had 1,000-yard receiver in the last 5 years. You know who the 1,000-yard receiver was before that?
It was.
Mike Wallace. I
Yeah,
know
but that's not an indictment on Lamar. That's just
not an indictment
on.
on Lamar, but it's just that like they had Mark Andrews at 1,300 yards in 2020. But like,
But Carl, Joe wants to hear your comeback for Mark. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we are.
It's not necessarily a comeback. It's just maybe more so a caveat because he's not necessarily wrong in saying Lamar played bad. But it's not like Lamar played bad and everybody else played good. Like it's a drop counter again on YouTube showing how many drop passes we had against the Titans. Justin Tucker, greatest kicker, and we all agree one of the best kickers ever, missed 2 field goals against the Bills when we could have been up.
Will go wrong.
Huh? Yeah, like he missed 2 field goals against the Bills. We had a center snap the ball 20 yards in the backfield twice against the Bills. Not absolving Lamar from the pick 6 because people tend to get that confused. I am killing Lamar for the pick 6, nonetheless. But we had drop first downs from, I think, JK. I think Mark Andrews dropped the first down. JK missed a block on a wide open Marquise Brown touchdown. It's a lot that went wrong. It's not just Lamar. It's a lot that went wrong against the Bills. It's like I said, drop passes. One of them, Mark Andrews dropped that led to a pick. Was it a little bit high? Yeah. But is Mark Andrews considered one of the best tight ends in the league? Yeah. Was his hands on the ball? Yes. So
I mean, sometimes you can't put everything on Lamar, but at the end of the day, it's a pick. No matter how you twist and turn and every look at it, it's a pick. 5 years from now, when you look back at this game, you're not gonna say Mark Andrews dropped that. You're gonna say Lamar.
I will. I will. It's almost 5.
Carl will.
2019.
Okay, Carl will.
I will.
Somebody gonna say it. But let me ask you a question. How many games did Lamar play last year?
12.
12? How many games did he win?
7.
He didn't finish the Denver game, right?
No.
So
that
they don't
goes to
count
Tyler
that.
Huntley.
Okay. So, because, I seen that. All right. This percentage was 62.3.
Well, no, he
Right.
started that game, so it still counts for him.
No, but he played like 2 drives.
Have we been?
But it still counts. Whoever starts, the win goes to
I
him.
get it, but I'm not going to credit him with that win. He played 2 drives.
I get you.
All right. Respect. He threw for like 2,242 yards, 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions in 12 games.
What about the year before you threw 16?
I know, Mark. Trust me, I know.
Hey. I'm just starting off. I'm just comparing the two from last year. Okay, I'm just starting it from last year. And in 12 games, if he would have finished the season, I think he would have had a better season than Josh Allen. The Ravens look like a better team when Lamar Jackson is on the field. We all can agree to that, right?
That is true. Yeah, that is true.
We have not seen the Bills without Josh Allen. We've seen the Bills with Josh Allen. And we also seen what Josh Allen does from time to time when he's with the Bills. Okay, he's the quarterback, he's the running back, he's the wide receiver, he's whatever you want him to be. So to me, the most pressure is on Josh Allen. Okay, Lamar first has to prove to us that he can be healthy. We're not going to hold that grudge against him. 2, we also know that his team is better when he's there. They finally got him some weapons after him being in the league for so long. Josh Allen has had his weapons for the last 3 years. So what's his excuse? There's no excuse. He should have won those games when he had the chance to win them. He should have beat Burrow, who came in 1 year after him, but yet he lost to him. You losing to Mahomes, I give you that because Mahomes is an anomaly. You shouldn't even be tier 1. Should just be Patrick Mahomes, then it's everyone else.
Thank you.
CBS. First of all, Josh Allen is on the cover of Madden and didn't make the Super Bowl last year. He didn't make the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts got the best team in the NFL because they told him he's not being on Madden because at least he made it. pressure's on Josh Allen, man. And he got a situation with his number one wide receiver where he's yelling at him and the offensive coordinator saying, why are we not winning? We lost our playoff game in the snow. We drafted you because you have the big arm to play in these games. So it's time for you to show and prove. Also, the division is technically yours. Until before Aaron Rodgers showed up, and nobody really knows what Aaron Rodgers is going to do, the two teams in that division people were talking about was the Dolphins and the Bills. So, Josh, you got to step it up.
Can I just Joe comment real quick?
Not the Patriots? Anything?
No, not
recently. Right now.
Not recently, Mark.
I mean, even with Mac.
No. Can y'all bring up Joe's comment real quick?
Check, bro.
Can y'all bring, please? Can I address that real quick?
Okay.
Which one?
The one. Yes, we have one of the worst teams in the league. Okay, Joe. Let's talk about that, right? Where did the Bills go 2 years ago before Josh Allen came? The playoffs. Who was the quarterback? Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor led the Bills to the playoffs for like the first time in like 20-some years.
That's
what
right.
happens the next season? He gets let go. For who? Nathan Peterman. So that sounds like an organization issue. That ain't, Josh Allen became the savior. No, that was stupid. You cut a freaking playoff, a quarterback that took your team to the playoffs for a guy who threw 5 picks in the first half.
And then when Josh Allen made
Josh
the playoffs,
Allen is the savior? No.
He made the playoffs.
I know Burrow did that against the Steelers.
Said what?
Said Burrow did that against the Steelers.
He ain't no 5. He had a couple though.
It was 4.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
But look, with great expectations comes great responsibility. And if you in tier 1 on CBS, then that means you're going to be in tier 1 on ESPN, NFL. Now don't refuse to lose. But those other shows, that means Josh Allen going to be in a tier 1. And if you up there in tier 1, I expect tier 1 things. At least Burrow made the Super Bowl once he got his best friend as a wide receiver.
But like Burrow had that defense was elite. It was different in the playoffs, not in the regular season. The playoffs defense.
I didn't compare Tyrod Taylor to Josh Allen. What I said was Tyrod Taylor took them to the playoffs. So it's not like the Bills stunk. They sucked because the organization cut him for no reason and went with Nathan Peterman. So it's not like the Bills didn't have a freaking a decent roster. They had a solid. No, I don't think so. I think they just let him go. They just
because he was a rookie. He got drafted. I swear he got hurt.
I think they just let him go or something like that. Oh no! You're right. You're right. He got hurt. They phased him out for Nathan Peterman, who threw like 4 or 5 picks. That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. Right. But it's not like they were like some bum team, the bottom of the league, and Josh Allen took over a bottom tier team. No, that was their fault for believing in the guy who threw 5 picks in the first half.
I mean, that just tells how important the quarterback is on the team.
That's true, but let me ask you one question, because Carl, you already answered it. You said AFC Championship or Super Bowl, right, for Lamar. That's your expectation?
Yeah.
Since it's pressure, since you picked him to say he has pressure, Mark, where is that level? Where does he have to go?
You're right. AFC Championship or Super Bowl. If anything underneath those two is not done, I don't care if you play Mahomes in the first round. If it's not AFC or Super Bowl, like the Ravens are good enough to beat the Chiefs. They're good enough to beat the Bills. They're good enough to beat any team in the AFC. Now, if they lose, is it the coaching? But they got one of the best coaching staffs in the NFL. So if they lose, is it really the coaching? So what we gonna blame it? Who we gonna blame it on? Because Harbaugh has been probably the second longest tenured coach in Ravens history hasn't he? So
You said what about Harbaugh? You said Harbaugh's winning this coach
the second longest tenure.
Our tenure only 26 years, so.
Wait, I'm older than the Ravens?
All of us are.
I told y'all before.
I forgot they did the Oilers definitely left. Was it Baltimore? The team that packed up.
That was the Baltimore Colts.
The Colts, the Colts got out of there overnight. Man, nobody like Baltimore. But I'm rooting for you, Lamar. I believe you can do it. The pressure's on Josh Allen on this end. I'm sorry. Lamar's not my quarterback, so I don't have the expectations that Carl has for him. So, like you said, Jerry, yes, the Josh Allen club reigns over here. You have to prove me wrong, sir. Dave, what's your level of, is it AFC Championship or Super Bowl with you two for Lamar?
For Lamar?
Yeah.
For me, it's at minimum AFC Championship. He at least has to get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
He hasn't even gotten there yet. You're an MVP of this. You're an MVP of this league. We know what kind of quarterback. We know how special you are. You can't get your team to the AFC Championship games, then that's an issue.
That's 2 playoff wins.
Hey, it's about to be one. Don't you?
Jalen Hurts got that
one
last year.
playoff win.
Jalen
That's what
Hurts
I'm
got that
saying.
last
Like,
year.
how is he not tier
Okay,
2?
let's calm down. He got the wins, but if you want to say Joe Burrow, talk about Joe Burrow Super
No,
Bowl
what I'm
run, you
saying
might
is
want to throw that in the same. No
it
offense
counts
to my
as 2
guys,
wins.
but
It counts as 2 wins. Look, Brock Purdy got 2 wins. You can get 2 wins. If Brock Purdy can get 2 wins, Lamar Jackson can get 2 wins.
he did.
And I
had
like
about
Lamar too. That's the whole crazy part. I like Lamar. I really do.
So for me, he just at least has to get to the
excuse,
AFC Championship game. If he gets to the Super Bowl, then you can't say nothing about him. But he at least has to get to the AFC Championship game. That's my mark for him.
Well, y'all know where I'm going with this. Josh Allen, you got to win the Super Bowl, Bucko. You want to cover Madden. I seen a quarterback who everybody said was a running back last year or can't throw the football past 50 yards make the Super Bowl.
Well, I never said he didn't have an arm, but
no, I'm talking. No. I threw the running back thing in there for you, but the throwing thing.
He got an arm like that, but that's just me personally.
The throwing part was for the rest of the league. Like the rest of the league said, we don't believe in this guy. And last year he jumped from like the bottom feeders to the top 10. Josh Allen, you got everything you need at your disposal. They went and got you Von Miller. They went and got you some safeties. They got you a running back. You have some running backs. There's another one out there if you want to use him too. Go to your offensive coordinator. Tell him, look, I know I ran for 762 yards last year with 7 touchdowns rushing, but I need a running back because I want to throw the ball. Do that so you can go win the championship game and then go to the Super Bowl and shut people like me up. But until then, there you go. See, look, when nobody said nothing about this guy, but yet you want to bring him up. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Dave, you know what? We talking about the doghouse today. Let's bring up the doghouse because I don't want to do this because people they're gonna get me out of character.
You're right. So it is the return of the doghouse. We've been MIA for a while, really since the NBA playoffs. So off season is here, and I got a special candidate this year. First time I've been able to induct a female into the doghouse.
Wow.
A lot of people might know who she is. She's been on ESPN for a while. She's had some controversial, I won't say controversial takes, but some controversial things she said about certain players, and not even just players, but coaches. Malika Andrews. Miss Lady, you're in the doghouse. I can't say my guy because, you're not a guy. You're a lady. I got to be respectful at least. But you've said a lot of crazy things. Well, not like crazy things, but you've been putting out information about people when it really is not the time for it. There was a player, and I'm pretty sure Carl knows about this. I believe he went to MSU.
The draft?
In the NBA draft.
Playing the draft? Oh, we did. He didn't get drafted, though.
He didn't get drafted, but he unfortunately had passed away, and she had talked about his past. I'm not sure if he went to MSU. Now, I know he was in college. I can't remember what school he went to.
I don't think that's us.
But he had passed away, and she had talked about something that he had did in like 2017, 2015, or something like that. And she talked about his past right after the announcement that he just passed away. I believe he had cancer. Then the situation with Joe Mazzulla had came up after we know what happened with Ime Udoka, his situation in Boston when him and another female worker in the organization were caught having mutual relations, and he was the only one that got outed for it. She had an issue with Stephen A. and pretty much was going at Stephen A. on his own show. Then comes the NBA draft this year, and we all know what happened with Brandon Miller while he's in college in Alabama. Now, this is the man's dream night. He's getting drafted number 2 overall to New Orleans Hornets. And not out of nowhere, but in the midst of this, she's talking about the situation where the young lady, unfortunately, had lost her life, and two young guys were arrested for capital murder. and he was questioned, but he was already considered to not even be a suspect. He's not guilty. There's no case for him that's going to happen at all. And she asked, where she brought it up, saying that, do you think this was an issue of why teams may not have got him? I mean, he's now the number 2 overall pick, so I don't believe that it should have been an issue. So Malika Andrews, you seem to always, some reason, you always find a way to create some kind of controversy. So I believe you need to just relax, report what's going on at that moment, and just leave it at that. Bringing up somebody's history is unnecessary, especially with Joe Mazzulla when he, you talked about his situation that happened in 2018, where he pretty much all he had to do was community service or something like that, and the charges were dropped. I believe he was found not guilty, and you brought that up after he got put into the head coaching situation after what happened to Ime Udoka. So I'm not sure if this is a Me Too thing, but I believe you need to relax and just do your job.
Man, first things first, because you can't say my guy, but we got to do a quick voiceover for that.
My
girl.
guy, you in the doghouse.
Shout out to Blaze for the $4.99 super chat. But Dave, I alluded to this a couple episodes ago too about just how ESPN finds ways to just bring up somebody's history when it's their big moment. And they never do it for anyone else, but it's always like they're like, yeah, it's like LeBron just won the championship. But remember when he got caught down Miami? You like, whoa, what is this going? What we doing here? What is this? Let this man have his moment. Then you can like sneak that in there 2 or 3 days later. But to bring it up to as you're introducing and talking about the accolades, saying, yeah, he averaged 26 points in college. However, let's talk about that time he got caught with a gun. And you just don't make sense in that moment. Guys, what's your take on
it? Yeah, I'm the same way with Malika Andrews. When Udoka got fired and Mazzulla finally got hired, she brought back a situation where he got like an indecent exposure when back at West Virginia University when I was actually attending the school at the same time. So I know how it was at West Virginia. You take a piss on the side of the wall in the alley where you get caught. That's indecent exposure. So for her to even bring something like that up after he got hired and Udoka got fired, like that's just like why. Why? And the thing is, it was scrubbed off, so it was like not even a charge. So it's just like why? And I know you've been to college before. You've seen the way the environment is. You've been to different colleges, so it's just like for you to even point something like that out, the number 1 party school in the nation at the time, he got an indecent exposure charge for using the bathroom on the side of in the alley. So I mean, like it's. Yeah, I really can't. She always brings up the negative when she, bringing somebody up like you said earlier. Dude had 2nd pick overall, and that's like the best day of his life, and she bring back something alleged that comes up to haunt him probably still to this day because of the situation, and she brings that up for what? No one even commented on it. The way they looked at her after she said it, nobody even commented on that part of what she said. They just continued to praise the guy because this is the most important day of his life. So for her to bring stuff like that up, even talking about the Udoka situation, again, like she tried to go at Stephen A. Smith because he was trying to put the blame on the woman too. Like we know Udoka was doing it, but it was consensual. So why can't the woman name be out there? It's a pop you say. So I mean, it's just I don't know. It's not a good look on her right now. So I feel like did she get fired from ESPN?
No,
she should go.
Sorry, job is intact.
Yeah, she is good. She ain't getting fired at all. When they came out with the firemen, they said that Stephen A. Smith, Malika Andrews, and a couple other people do not have to worry about their jobs. They are perfectly fine.
That's funny though, because Stephen A. Smith said on his podcast, right? He was like,
anybody can get let go.
He said, I might get let go. And I was like, they let you go. They might as well just go straight to streaming.
Stephen A. be whining, bro. He be whining all the time. That's why I don't even listen to bro. But hey, just to piggyback on what Mark said, I had a friend who luckily his father was a lawyer, so he beat it. But same situation. We was out partying. He had to use the bathroom. It's like past midnight. Seen the little church. So I'm about to go use the bathroom real quick behind the church. The cops came from the other side though, so we ain't seen him. Bagged him. You can get, like you said, a decent exposure. You can even get a sexual
Exactly. Yep.
sexual.
You can become a sex offender.
Yeah, sex offender. There you go. You can become a sex offender off that. Like you ain't do nothing wrong. It's past midnight, no kids out, none of that, and they could still try to hit you with a sex offender charge. So for her to do that is just straight up BS. And the fact that she don't get checked about it is also BS. But I won't say too much. But yeah.
I mean, the few times that she brought up something that somebody didn't feel the way, it was with Stephen A. And also, I think Kendrick Perkins had a moment with her too, where he was just like, we don't need to be talking about that right now. They had a little slight back and forth on the show, but people try to be like, all right, this is not the moment for that, but we understand where you're coming from, but this is not the moment for that. And I think that's essentially what Jerry said in the comment too, is she's getting her takes off and it's getting people to talk about it, and it's making some people want to go watch NBA Live or NBA Today. I think that's the show she does, to be like, all right, so what madness is she going to say today? So, I mean, well done, Dave, on the doghouse.
Hey Blaze, it was right there. It was a church of yourself, bro. So it was behind the church. You had to go.
And like, yeah, if you ever been to West Virginia, you would know like it's a straight street full of clubs, and then in between the clubs, little alleyways. You won't even see the cops coming. So it's just you probably couldn't even run, couldn't get away.
Hey, all I gotta say is Malika, you're lucky your sister didn't join you. Your sister said something that was crazy too. Back when I think it was maybe last year. I think it was when the Warriors were playing against the Grizzlies in the playoffs, and there was something about this. She said that Steph went in the locker room and said something about whoop that trick, and Andre Iguodala came out and automatically said that was false. So I guess it's something with your family. I'm guessing. I can't say it's ESPN now. It's just something with your family. You and your sister just, I guess,
y'all probably did say it. That's the crazy part. They probably did say it, but that you're not supposed to say it. Like that's like locker room stuff. You don't come out and say that to like the media. Like even if they did say it, but you dead offended. Were you trying to get somebody fired? Is that what your point of doing everything is?
Even if he said whoop that trick in Memphis,
exactly? Yeah, I'm about to say, like,
it's from a movie. It's a movie reference. Yeah. It's not like he really talking about beating women. Come on.
Beat up Malik Andrews' sister. Don't do it.
Hey, so look, this who we gonna put in. I got somebody I want to put in the doghouse right quick, bro. Hey, that was crazy. Hey, Elon. Elon Musk. Hey, bro, you gotta go in the doghouse, bro. You messing up business over here with that Twitter limit stuff you got going on.
6,000 tweets a day.
Yeah,
600.
Yeah, thanks to you, Elon. We got threads now. Thanks to you, we got that now.
Yeah. So you tried to do something, but Instagram said, "Oh, this our moment." So now we got threads. So look at here, man. Rethink your narratives at times when you're doing that. All right. I still might buy a Tesla, but I'm saying as far as Twitter, bro, you in the doghouse.
Yeah, Elon, you better switch this up somehow. You better go back to how it used to be, or you gonna be.
I kind of like the new Twitter with all the.
Mark, you know what? I'll put you in the doghouse now.
Hey, he cut the screen off. He kicked him in the goulash. Man.
I like the new Twitter a little bit.
No, but yeah, man, that was the doghouse for me. That was pretty easy for me. I once I seen everything and transpired in the NBA draft, and I saw all the firings, I said, "There's no way she ain't get fired," and all this is going on. She got to go in there. But you know, as Teddy said in the chat, my lady, you in the doghouse.
That's a drop. We can wrap this thing up now. We got Carl over here talking about Lamar Jackson got pressure. He could have squeezed in one jab at Josh Allen. Just
look,
once.
Bro, the trolls before the chats. The show, I gotta be honest.
Okay, all right, that's cool. Well, that's the show today. Actually, I actually want to bring up some quick news. I had mentioned this to the guys, but apparently the New York Jets are considered to be favorites to possibly sign Dalvin Cook. What do you guys think about that fit? Carl, I'm going to go to you first.
Why? Why would you do it? You got two young running backs. Now, Dalvin's not looking for a mentorship, bro. You got Breece Hall and Michael Williams. Oh, Michael Carter, excuse me. I said Michael Williams. Michael Carter from North Carolina. Why?
Go ahead, Mark.
No, I'll just put the
Yeah,
left
done,
hand up.
son.
You know?
I ain't even see the comment.
Yeah, I just put
I
the
did. I
left
thought he was about to do a shirt. He just put his hand.
I thought he was raising his hand like, hey, can I go?
Nah, well, that just Carl Wright, man. Like you got Brees Hall and Michael Carter there. There's no point for you to go there if you're not on no mentor and stuff. Like, but the only thing I can think of is just going back to like LT when he joined the Jets a long time ago and took him to the playoffs and everything. But behind LT, they didn't have anybody running back wise. Now they got Brees Hall, who could arguably be one of the best backs in the league next year, healthy, because he's that good. You got Michael Carter, which is another player that's really, really good that played with North Carolina at the time. So I mean, I don't think it's a good signing, but you know, I think Miami is where he should go. Like I really do, but that's just me, you know.
They ain't had young Sean Green with LT.
Sean Green, he wasn't.
Sean Green was nice. He was cool. Sean Green from Iowa.
Yeah, Sean Green.
Number one machine.
And that next year he ain't do nothing either. So it's just
Sean Green was cool.
He was good in college.
That was my guy in college. But he was cool,
we know you got a lot of guys in college, Carl.
Nah, Sean Green was crazy at Iowa.
Whoa, look, hey,
Pat,
I said no. I'm talking about the Jets, man. This is a bad move. All right, y'all said my Patriots thing this is bad. All right, the Jets have something perfect brewing over here. Also, I want to understand. Hey, Dalvin Cook, what's up with the AFC East? Like, bro, these are the only 4 teams you talking to. Like, it's the NFL out there, bro. You keep going from the Dolphins to the Jets to the Patriots. Like, bro, I'd rather you just say, I'd rather you do what Coach said and just go to the couch for a couple months. Like, just figure it out. But these 4 teams, and if you're not picking the Patriots for personal reasons over here, I don't want to hear about nobody else, bro. Nah, it just makes no sense. You're not even picking a contender. Like, the Jets is good, but
that's our
in this situation, I would go with Miami. If it's between Miami and the Jets, I'm going Miami.
You got to go with the better quarterback if you're gonna go between them. Like
I'm going with Miami.
I know Miami got a good squad, but you got to go. A-Rod was just a year removed from MVP. I mean, like
look at the money he wants, and
you got Olave, you got Brees Hall, you got a good defense, and you got receivers.
But Mark,
multiple receivers on the same team.
I'm just saying.
We said this yesterday. You don't need a great quarterback to win the Super Bowl.
Oh my God, bro! Tomo, stop what you're doing right now. I don't want to do this again.
You don't.
I feel like I know what that was the reason why you said that. Somebody bring my name up.
You don't, bro. You don't. We said this yesterday. We don't have to go down this road again, but you don't need a great quarterback. The Ravens won.
That's different, Tomo.
You're right. You don't need a great quarterback, but if you have a team that's like good and your defense is good, your quarterback takes you over the top. So it's like A-Rod is that quarterback that takes.
When the last time you been to the Super Bowl?
Just like with the Bills,
when he had a really good defense and a really good offense. That's the last time he went to.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna hold you though, Dave. Like, bro, no offense, but hey, them 49ers, the one 49ers game that wasn't this excuse was like the recent one. The excusable I give him is when y'all had like 200 something rushing yards before contact. That's crazy. But other than that, A-Rod don't get no passes.
I'm not saying he get passes. I ain't saying he I didn't say that. He asked the question about when the last time he went to Super Bowl. I answered it. That was it.
Well, you think this Jets thing is a good move, Dave?
For Dalvin?
I think it possibly could. And that's because my personal reasons, because of what we said on the show yesterday about the Jets being the team that can get to the playoffs. Not saying that the Lions can't. Joe, chill. But all I'm saying is you put another good running back in that system with Aaron Rodgers, with that great defense that they have, and that's another weapon. So you add in another weapon. Aaron Rodgers really has no excuse not to make to the playoffs, at least with this Jets team. Now I do understand the division he's in, but we all can respect that he at least went to a tougher division than when he was in before.
I mean, he can't preserve his career if he go there because he got 2 other running backs, so he ain't gotta be a down cow, like a bell cow.
Yeah.
So I mean, he can preserve his career and play a little longer, but these days running backs not getting nothing. They got Russell Westbrook contracts. It's not like it's
That's true.
so it's like the running back is the least valued position in football right now.
That's facts. That's
I mean,
facts.
outside of the kicker and punter, like they're getting paid the least amount of money for real. Like for
kicker's pretty valuable now.
I mean, he ain't got no.
They still not getting paid like that.
Well, no. They're not getting paid. But what I'm saying is, they're
He's talking about in terms of money.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, and I'm just saying, like, as much as the running back get the ball, or as much as responsibility a running back has, like Derrick Henry for somebody on this team, for them to only get like 12 million or 15 million, like, and that's Derrick Henry, which is, he about to break another record next year.
Well, hold on, Mark. I gotta stop you right there because you said somebody was a running back and they just got like a $250 million contract.
Oh my God!
Jalen Hurts actually throws the ball too, so I mean, I ain't saying he's really
Hey, Josh
good.
Allen run the ball, but they act like he ain't a quarterback too, so that's another person too.
He got a good deep ball. He got a good deep ball, and he got a good slant. That's it. his best quarterback performance was in the Super Bowl. Like when he's throwing the passes, his best quarterback performance is that.
He balled
Outside of that, he was carried for real. So I mean, I got to see another year of Jalen Hurts before we start. I'm gonna give him his props. He did good last year. I give him that, but that's the highest he getting from me.
Mark,
So
you're gonna get slandered.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Jerry,
I'm gonna help you out. Right quick.
Jerry said Cook personally saw A-Rod cook the NFC North for years, and Tua will get concussed. Dang, that a matter of if, but out.
And that right there is
That's hard.
actually like pretty valid. That's a pretty valid point because
That's
You
hard.
lucky.
once
You're
you
a
get a
superstar.
concussion, it's so
That's
easy
hard.
to get another concussion, and he already had 3. So I mean, a wrong hit, Tua goes down. Who they backup playing?
You're done, son.
No funny. I think it's now Skylar Thompson. I don't know if they actually have. Who was they backup last year? I think Teddy's out of there, right?
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater, and he can't
Yeah,
stay
Teddy's
healthy.
gone.
Even as
Teddy
a
got
backup, he
healthy.
can't stay healthy.
Skylar Thompson put up numbers on that Bills team.
Yeah, Skylar
I
Thompson-
mess with Skylar Thompson. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
But I'm just saying, like that's your backup plan. You got this all-star team. Like you got one of the deepest teams in the NFL, and like now we about to see what y'all can do if for real. Because
But not to create a whole nother topic, but you kind of got to look at the coach too and think about what the 49ers did. The 49ers do the same thing. They got a deep team, and they're like, all right, we're going to get a dependable quarterback as a backup. Skylar Thompson is dependable.
Nobody thought Brock Purdy would be dependable like that.
Man,
But he's
At
on
all.
the roster. But he's on
At
the
all.
roster.
No one did. Look, people don't realize how me and Carl used to go on him in the
I
chat.
slandered Brock Purdy.
Yeah, nobody knew he was going to be what he was.
We saw
we
what he did in college, and we was like,
Skylar
no,
Thompson.
he is not good enough. And
Worst case scenario, they said with Brock Purdy is, bro, the least you can do is hand the ball off because we wouldn't have got C-Mac. At least he can hand the ball off.
that wasn't for him.
Never
Remember,
mind.
Jimmy was the quarterback at that time when they went and traded.
They got to know
Nobody-
Jimmy gonna get hurt.
Hey, Kev, you're wilding. That's my guy. Shout out Kansas State, but you're wilding.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Cam is wild in the world.
That's definitely a troll comment. Skylar Thompson is the future league MVP. Wow. All right.
Skylar Thompson sound like a WNBA player.
Chill, bro. Chill. That's my guy, bro. Chill out. Again, shout out Kansas State, bro.
Jerry over here talking about Dak like Sam Howell don't sound like he a castmate of Teen Wolf or something. Man, that's in the show, man.
I'm gonna let it slide.
Man, great show today. Appreciate you, Carl and Mark, for coming on today. I thought that was going to be more of a debate, but I guess y'all were kumbaya on this one. But man, that was some really good topics we had talked about today. Can't wait to be on the show tomorrow. Again, shout out to Teddy, BWT Baseball with Teddy. New episodes has already dropped, and he will be going live Saturday at 8. That's Eastern Standard Time. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure if that's PM or AM, but right now I'm going to say PM because I don't think any of us is going to be up at 8 a.m. I know I'm not going to be up at 8 a.m.
I will at work, unfortunately.
Well, that's you, but I'll be sleeping.
Be laying down.
But should be I believe that'll be 8 p.m. Saturday, so look out for that. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Appreciate everyone that's been watching today. All the Refuse to Lose families. Of course, we got a shout out to all Superstar members and the newest one, Mr. Tyrone Parker, the newest Superstar member. And then we got Jerry and Donnell, and of course our producer, and the guy that started this show, Joe. So shout out to all the Superstar members. Shout out to the super chats that we had today as well. You know, Kevo got to show that again with the shout out to the guys, and then Teddy, of course. Of course, we got to show that, and then Blaze came out with a super chat just to support. So we appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for that today, and we do have some IG chats that we have. You got to become a member to be able to get into these. But these IG chats are NBA, NFL, and the NBA is missing with WNBA. You got Major League Baseball, college football, college basketball, men and women, and then we got boxing mixed in with a little bit of UFC and wrestling. And Tom will just go ahead and explain how to get into these chats.
So today, you would have thought it was a full moon because, you know, it's very rare that me and Ty always agree on stuff. And he even came in the show when he became a member and said that the pressure's on Josh Allen. So you all know that the tables are starting to turn and it's getting ugly in the chats. But the only way you can figure that out is if you become a member. So click the link in the description and you could become a member. I mean, you could be a pro, you could be an all-star, or you could be a superstar. Whichever one fits your narrative. You know, I feel like I'm a superstar, so I'm gonna pay the $9.99. But if you want to be an all-star and pay $4.99, that's on you. We don't judge over here. We appreciate everyone, you know. And if you feel like you're a pro, you know, you like my sports knowledge is but I'm a pro at just talking trash and I want to get in one chat, I'm gonna join at the pro level for $2.99. You know, you get the loyalty badges next to your name. And you get priority comments. You've been seeing the comments go up all day. You know, I want to say shout out again to the superstar, you know, Jerry. You get to join one chat. You also could be an all-star. You know, you get member-only videos, join multiple chats, request a topic or segment nominees. A couple people put me in the You're Done, Son. I mean, you literally just seen what happened with the dog pound. And we're going to have a not so average top 5 come up. But with the all-star, you also get the perks at the pro level. At the superstar level, you get to be in the R2L chat. Now, these are the chats that get real heated, you know, not even heated as far as like people want to fight. It gets heated to the point where you got to have all your receipts, all your stats ready. You got to have multiple tabs on your web browser. You got to be ready when you join the R2L chat because the perks you get all-star and pro level perks. But for $9.99, you get to be a guest on the show. So you can come on here and spew the same knowledge that you have in the chats. You also get awards, plaques to the top performers. Again, that's based upon your episode that you've done, and you get member shout outs. So shout out to our newest member, Ty. Shout out to our first member, Jerry. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to my boy Worm, you know, NFC Elite. We band together when it's time to, but we definitely scrap and brawl like family members. So again, click the link in the description and take it away, Dave.
All right, now last words. I'm gonna go to Mark first. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I want to thank y'all for letting me get on here. It's been good to talk football. Ain't been on here in a while. And also with the Refuse to Lose chats, man. If you join that, you'll see why they keep trying to say Silence Mark 2023. You'll realize why that's a hashtag if you join the Refuse to Lose chat. I know in here I'm spewing like just facts, but on there I got some crazy takes. But it's good. It's good. I like it. So that's it.
Carl.
All right, as always, appreciate y'all for having me. You know what I'm saying? It was a great show. I know I might have shocked a couple of y'all, especially Tomo, because we both are a part of a certain club. But I gotta keep it real. Nats got swept, so I expect the DJ to be playing that track as soon as we get off the airways. And shout out BWT. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, him going live, I can finally get back on the show. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't been on since the first episode. So I'm going to try to catch it live so I can get back on. But in all seriousness, again, appreciate y'all for having me. Oh, I do got one more thing. College football is around the corner. And I'm disappointed how the college football chat don't be lit at all. Come on, fellas. It's around the corner. Y'all don't feel it? Y'all don't feel week 0?
Hey,
Come on, fellas.
I'm doing I'm posting as much stuff as I can in there, but ain't nobody engaging nothing, Carl. So it ain't me. It ain't me this time. It ain't me this time.
It's around the corner. We don't have no college spirit.
I think the NFL, everybody's so worried about the NFL. It's too much trash talking.
Yeah.
It's too much trash talking. That's too much.
That's facts. Well, Jerry said Gators. So
let's go Mountaineers.
Sorry,
I got smoke for you, Jerry. I got smoke for the Gators.
I got some more for the Gators too. I'm a University of Miami fan. I don't bang with the Gators. So.
And if you know me, again, it's going to sound crazy because I got two teams, but I've explained this in the past. I'm a Michigan State fan, and I also got accepted to South Carolina University as the grad school, so I'm a South Carolina fan. So.
I light it up for you, Carl.
Oh man,
Hashtag MSU. Yeah, done, son.
Hey, Worm, you've seen the record since 2010, bro. Since y'all joined the Big Ten, don't worry about it. This ain't the excitement I'm looking for.
Not looking good for Maryland, but 2024 what? Else?
Hey, let me get out of here because y'all done turned the show into the chat, man. Look, man, these like the voice memos. We can't.
Hey, Carl, it looked like we got something to talk about in the college chat today. So.
I don't even see the comment. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, my last
everybody play each other.
What? I don't know.
Oh, I know. I can't wait. I thought he was saying like they was going to win a championship in 2024. I don't see that happening.
No.
Our producer in the back like wrap it up.
What is it? If it's in Miami, I'm going to the game. That's all I'm gonna say. If it's in Miami, I'm going to the game. Bryce Harper and Trey Turner getting canceled right now for good.
Hey, Joe gonna kill you, bro. So like, wrap it up. Hey, last words, bro. Everything Carl said about his quarterback, man, I got the same feeling towards Dak, man. Hey, it's time to show and prove, bro. Can't keep talking about you defending you in these situations and you don't show up. That's all I got.
Hey, for me, I'm just ready for football season. Let's go San Fran. Let's go University of Miami. Other than that, thanks for watching today. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.